as you may have seen on Impact, they have a whodunit storyline. There was a wedding, someone was shot, it all got a bit ridiculous. So we're now asking the question, what is the most ridiculous storyline of all time? Now, I'm going to throw to our hostess with the mostest, Will Brazier, to start off with, because we all know the answer he's going to give. It's there as his background. Will, what is the most ridiculous storyline of all time?
I think let's start by saying none of us are wrestling fans, and we're telling this story to a non-wrestling fan that's never watched wrestling before. Mark Henry, a good-looking chap, maybe late 20s, starts to date Mae Young, who's probably late 60s, early 70s. Nothing wrong with that, whatever floats your boat. They fornicate, she gets pregnant. A couple of months later, natural birth happens, but what comes out? That's right, it's a hand. A hand comes out from Mae Young, and the two have given birth to a five-fingered fiend, not that fiend, and it's out and about, and it's proud. But not only that, about 25 years later, when you think the hand's done, he comes back, and there we see a grown-up hand. So let's just step back a little bit. A hand as a human coming out of Mae Young's. Thank you very much.
I love the fact that they kept it kayfabe by having the hand come back as well. Like that's commitment to a storyline. People say that WWE doesn't do long-term storytelling. I think we've proven that they do. Next up, I'm going to come to probably my favorite answer of the lot. That is Elliott. What is the most ridiculous storyline of all time?
Oh, God. I mean, this whole feud that was going on with Kane and Lita in 2005, it's honestly one of the dumbest storylines ever. Basically, Kane ends up beating Matt Hardy to get the services of Lita to have a kid, and it's suggested through not so nice circumstances. That then leads to Kane feuding with the one and only Gene Snitsky, and hijinks ensues, and basically Lita can't have the child anymore. So he turns up to the ring, gives a really creepy promo, and he's got a little baby doll with him coming down the ring. He then blooming punts the thing, Paul McAfee style, and it's bizarre. It's absolutely blooming bizarre. And I said Paul McAfee, I want to say Pat McAfee. But honestly, it's a highlight of that era. Like, people like Lars Sullivan and whatnot, they want to be Gene Snitsky, this sniveling bad guy, big boy heel. Honestly, it's great. And the guy still gets signed baby dolls to this day at conventions. Like, he loves it. It's one of the best moments.
I'm very grateful that you did correct yourself with the Paul McAfee thing. Yeah. As a former American football punter, I will not have that level of disrespect to punters everywhere. I'm going to jump in now. My reason for this storyline is very simple, is that we are now, like we said, we're 20 years on, and the storyline is still rolling on. It is the Eddie Guerrero, Dominik custardy storyline. The fact that it got mentioned by Seth Rollins recently made me laugh so much. And the idea that in the world that we live in, that the custody of a young child could be decided by a ladder match is something that I think we need to start using in public law. I don't think child services is the right way to go, but when you've got disputes over who owns a certain hedge, the hedge trimmings, I don't want legalese. I want John, my next door neighbor, and me going one-on-one in a ladder match, and if I win, that hedge is coming down. This whole thing is nonsense, but it's great, and anything that involves Eddie Guerrero is always going to be something very dear to me, and that's why it is the best ridiculous storyline of all time. And then finally, but by no means least, and that's not how that phrase works, but I'm rolling with it anyway, over to you, Crusher. What is the most ridiculous storyline of all time?
I'll start by saying my choices have already been taken, so I'm going with Santino Marella becoming Santina Marella and winning Miss WrestleMania. It was WrestleMania 25. He dressed up in drag and pretended to be his sister, won the Miss WrestleMania title by eliminating Beth Phoenix when there was so many more wrestlers in that match. He then had a match with Beth Phoenix at Backlash, won with the help of Great Khali. He then gets fired from Raw by current US President Donald Trump, and the Miss WrestleMania title was abandoned. Like, there was parts when he was like CGI, so it looked like they were appearing together. And then to top that as well, like, he appeared in the Royal Rumble this year as Santina Marella, and I thought that, yeah, there should have been a spot used for either an up-and-coming wrestler or a returning legend rather than him.
I don't think I've ever enjoyed a Convince Me as much as I have this week. The WWE has gone to some weird and wonderful places, and I think we can all agree we're all better off for it. However, it's not up to us. It is up to you, the Go Home Show pod audience. What is the most ridiculous storyline of all time? Is it the Rey, Eddie Guerrero, Dominik Mysterio custody storyline? Is it the birth of the Hand? Is it Santina Marella? Or is it Gene Snitsky punting the baby? Let us know on Twitter, answer the poll, or let us know in the YouTube comments on what you think it is.